And you know what it is now that I'm remembering the Oedipus complex, because I used to love Greek mythology. Like, obviously we all are up on it because we just was talking about it with the sirens and stuff like that. But I used to be like a Greek mythology fiend when I was like 19. And I forgot about the story of Oedipus, and I had done a paper on the Oedipus complex in school. That's what all this shit boiled down to. And you know something? Y'all know why we can't get along with a lot of these niggas? I ain't even gonna take that kind of ownership. I said that all wrong. You know why these niggas can't be gotten along with? It's not just the pussy envy. These men have the temperament of women. And they're in competition with you. You know what it would be like if you was in a restaurant and you was walking to the door on a date. A woman will stand. She may stand and say, and the man understand. Boom, yeah, go on, step back. Let me go ahead and pull this door open. These dudes are women too. So what happens, and I'm talking about gender identity. See, nobody is considering to ask these macho, straight black men what their gender identity is. Because if we ask most of them their gender identity, even though they don't even know it, is fucking female. These boys want to be like their domineering mothers. That's where they getting these mannerisms from. Think about 50 Cent. People will say he's macho. 50 Cent gossips. 50 Cent neck rolls and tells people, that nigga borrowed money from me. That nigga owe me money. That bitch ugly. That's what women do. That's a woman that sits around with her hands on her hips and rolling her neck at the beauty salon, baby. That is what 50 gives. Floyd Money Mayweather. Him and Floyd always into it. We don't know if they go together or what's going on. Floyd want to prance around in the little gold teeth and big old little pocketbook purses. These are men that are supposedly very macho. They're not macho. These are domineering matriarchs. And that's what they're afraid you'll find out. That's why they physically behave as men. These are men that want to fight all the time. They want to be physically intimidating. And if you really break it down to it in the household, what would you say about a man? These men, domestic abuse. They want to have the last word. They're always getting so angry that they want to fight. They get angry if you don't give them what they want. These are the mannerisms of a spoiled woman. Of a domineering woman. She expect to get her way or she'll whoop a bitch ass. Hell no. I expect my dinner to be on the table, bitch. This about me. This comes back to the same frequency that you talk about with the pimp. These are women. They look like men. They move like men. The only thing they have is the physical elements of life, of the physical realm of who they are, of their physical body, that allows them to mask the fact that they're women. Oh, I'm masculine because I have a penis and I can have sex with you. That makes me masculine. It also allows me to be the baddest bitch in the room. Because I'm really competing with you for who's the domineering bitch in this relationship. Bitch, pay for my dinner. Baby, you got to pay my bills. That is a woman talking. Remember in Janet Jackson, when we was coming up? Remember the beginning of What Have You Done For Me Lately? Honey, he does a lot of really nice things for me. That is the energy of the majority of these men. They only look like men, but their gender identity is a sassy black woman. That's who they are. That's why you can't get nowhere with them, because it's two women in a relationship. They expect your money. They expect your obedience. They're moody. I feel like you should be doing something for me. Gender identity, they are women. They can only try to look like men by doing the physical elements of it. I can open your door. I can stick my penis in you. I can surround myself with other men to make myself look more masculine. I can fight. Men, they want, whoop that nigga ass. Da, 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 da. These are things that make women look at them and say, oh, he's a macho man. He's not macho. Just like that article that I was just posting the excerpts from talked about. The more masculine the man, the more vulnerable and fragile he is inside. The therapists say those were the men who broke down and went to crying and hollering first. The real macho types. That's what his macho ass is hiding. He, gender identity wise, he identifies as his domineering, probably single mother. And if she wasn't single, she was domineering, and their father was one of them men that just said stuff like, oh, Yvonne, now come on now, Yvonne, I don't want to hear all that shit today. He wasn't a man that was very authoritative. He was just a man that said, oh, Lord, you know, Yvonne, she having one of them days. So in their mind, Yvonne ran the house. When Yvonne went off, Daddy went in his room and closed the door. Yvonne is a motherfucker. So they want to be like Yvonne. They don't want to be like Kelvin. When Yvonne went off, Kelvin went to the barbershop and didn't come back for hours. Yvonne ran Kelvin out the house. They want to be like Yvonne. And that's who we be in relationships with. Yvonne. Yvonne wants her hair did. Yvonne wants some money. Yvonne expect a hot meal. Yvonne, no, you better not raise your voice at Yvonne. Yvonne, I'll whoop your ass. This is a feminine energy. Even all this toxicity in hip hop, that is a feminine energy. That's a woman competing with another woman that's got to call her a bitch all. Is it bitch? That's what women do. And the more I was reading about this Oedipus complex, I was sitting here remembering stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. These super macho types, these are men who envy me. They envy me. That's why they're giving you such a hard time. Just like when you have on the baddest dress at a party and it's another woman in there to be giving you the flux. That's what this is. Jealous bitches in a relationship with you. That's like people say they don't, Sinji was talking about, they don't hate you. I mean, they don't like you. You're delusional if you think they can't stand you. They can't stand your kids. And neither can that bitch off your job that's jealous of you. We're allowing, and not y'all, I'm saying the collective. We're allowing black men to fool us into looking past their gender identity. These are women. These are fucking women in a relationship with a woman that's jealous of you. Can you imagine what that would be like? She wouldn't compliment you when you got your hair done. She wouldn't compliment when you got your lipstick and stuff new, because all you did was make her feel like her lips was plain. She ain't gonna compliment you when your ass looks good in your jeans and tell you, girl, you gonna kill him tonight, because all you doing is reminding her that her ass is flat. These are jealous ass women.